Rightio, Randwick on Saturday, Chris. Obviously a big day, Winx and all that's going to be there and that. You haven't got a run in the first?
No.
It's a good gag every week, the highway. So, Willie, quick defence, I think may well run.
Yeah, it's an $80,000 race Friday night at Canterbury. It's easier, in my opinion, probably running there, and it helps me separate the horses.
Well, what about, we'll go through them. So, Willie, he'll just get back a bit, I assume?
Well, I might try and race him closer,
All right.
hence the reason for stepping him up, because he's not doing anything in his races.
Yep.
So I just want to change him, and he'll definitely be ridden closer. That's our intentions.
Sizzling Bullets drawn deep. The run the other day was okay.
I think he'll really appreciate a bit of giving the track. I'd say the track could get back to good, but at least it'll have some cushion in it. And
It's not a December, January good.
No. So he's really looking for a bit of giving the track.
Xebec, you put the blinkers on and staying at the 2000 rather than you could have run Wednesday at the mile and a half.
I don't think he's effective on the wet tracks. He's a hard horse to work out. His lead-up runs to what we think will be his best distance, such as 2400, have been fantastic. So, hence the reason for the blinkers going on, and probably help him run on and finish off well.
Well, one of the horses to beat in the slipper is Santos, Gay's horse. You've got Zousain up against it on Saturday in the Skyline. Hard to do more than what your bloke's done, 1 from 1.
Yeah, obviously only 1,000 metres, and Santos did a great job in a high-pressure race. So, what I like about our horse is he's come on nicely from the run. He's a very professional horse. We're seeing that in his track work. We're seeing how he's recovering after his work. There's no pressure in his work. He's just coping so well. So I'm really bullish about his chances long term. Whether he's sharp enough to beat a horse like you mentioned or others in this race will be seen on Saturday. But if he does win on Saturday, it gives us 3 weeks into the Golden Slipper. If not, he'll most likely be part of the team going to Queensland.
Queensland? You've had a bit of luck up in Queensland, haven't you?
His father went to Queensland, didn't win the Group 1 up there,
Zousain?
but it was a platform for him to come back
Win
on.
the Golden Rose.
Exactly.
Rosenbow, you go to Queensland?
Went to Queensland. He was beaten in the TJ.
I think it was Gay's horse, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. He won the Sires impressively, and again another platform to come back and take on the better horses in the spring.
What about Fiesta? Not easy for a 2-year-old filly to get knocked about like last start and still win.
She was looking a pinball machine last start and came out on top. It's had no effect on her whatsoever. You might say, gee, that might knock a 2-year-old filly around. It hasn't with her. She's come through it very well. So again, great chance in a 2-year-old race, and she's drawn about gate 8. I think it's perfect for her. She doesn't need to be in that hustle bustle. One thing about her run at Rose Hill, I just thought she was a touch keen with the blinkers on. We've obviously kept them on, but I'd just like to see her switch off a little bit better.
Is she a slipper horse?
My word.
What about the Liverpool City Cup? You've got a couple here. Mackintosh, blinkers. What about the trial?
Trialled well against Winx. Under no pressure, he tracked up nicely up the straight. And yeah, he's pulled up well from that. He's a hard horse to work out. I think we'll be more positive on him this preparation, ride him a bit closer, and hopefully he gets the chance to dictate on Saturday.
There's a bit of speed in the race, but you might get a nice spot, third, fourth.
Well, if they're going slow, he can lead. If they're going fast, he can take the second.
What about McCreery? Has he lived up to what you thought he could do?
He's probably done beyond that. He's not a big, strong horse, but we've been tempted into running him into Group 1s because he's had a couple of placings in them and been unlucky. So we've sort of followed that path. But I think you're right. I think lower the bar and you'll see him come back to form this prep. And I'd say even stretch him out to 2,000 metres where he was very effective winning a race probably last year. It seemed like even longer ago, but I remember Joe Moreira rode him one day here at Rose Hill, 2,000 metres. He won easy, so that's what we'll be targeting, the 2,000 metre race, second tier, and that's when you'll see him get back to his
And if your other runner finds her best, she'd win. Egg Tart, she's come back well. I don't know what went wrong last prep. Maybe it was just the very firm tracks through the spring. We had some really quick tracks. Keeping in mind she ran a very impressive second to deploy first up when we broke the track record here. Then she had the eye infection and things just didn't come good after that. So all signs are positive to say that she's back to her best. Chevy Norton, Winx obviously done well. The others are progressing to other races.
Yeah, Libran and Who Shot the Barman. It's just a traditional lead up for them, and obviously they'll be heading towards the Sydney Cup, and they'll be going into the Sydney Cup, I think 4th up, so 2nd up Sky High, 3rd up BMW, and then 4th up Sydney Cup.
Winx, Saturday, Chipping Norton. You come then back 100 metres at Slipper Day for the George Ryder?
Most likely, yeah. You've got the Randwick there as an option, which is probably the week before, but she'll be going to George Ryder for sure.
And then Queen Elizabeth, third up?
That'll be the decision. Obviously, we've got to go to the UK or stay here to run the Queen Elizabeth.
I was hoping you'd say yes or no.
So I'd say it'll be pretty hard to resist the temptation to running her in Queen Elizabeth 40 minutes from Rose Hill.
For 4 million?
Regardless of prize money, just the status of the race, and hey, the rest of the world can come to the Queen Elizabeth too.
So I don't understand. Why can't they come and see her?
So it's not just me.
No, bloody oath it's not.
They got planes these days.
They got
horses.
Exactly right.
Exactly.
Holland will come.
Yeah, and he's a great horse, and he at least Aiden's not afraid to come, and yeah, the so-called good horses might need to come out a bit more often, mightn't they? And sample our beautiful Australian weather, spring, autumn, winter even. We don't stop for the snow, do we?
No, exactly. What about Unforgotten in the surround? How's she come back?
She doesn't look like she's come back as well as we would have liked. Trials have only been fair, but I'm just going to hang on to the hopes that she will measure up under race pressure. She did a great job winning those 3 races in the summer. We backed off and have purposely targeted this race as a resuming race, and then most importantly into probably the Keith Nolan or the Farlap within a day of each other, and then most importantly the Vinery third up, and then the Oaks.
Zumbelina in the last?
She needs to improve.
Yeah.
In the right race she can dictate and be dominant. She might have just found her level.
The best of Waller's Whammy for Randwick Saturday.
Weeks. What? Zousain. To run second to, what's it, Santos?
No, you can beat Santos.
Zousain, follow him, he's a bright future. And Fiesta, what she done wrong? She deserves a great chance.
What'll run second? Can one of yours run second? No, they can't run second. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks.